and so I just think there's different strategies you take, and that's why I don't think Kelsey's going to have some huge day.
But you think this is by design somewhat.
I think they're fine with it, yeah.
It's time now for a
Not
segment.
the interceptions, but the rest of it. Go ahead.
So hot. My grandmother bottles it, takes little sips of it during physical therapy.
Is that what she does?
A little bit.
Still?
Physical, well, no, she's in the ground dead. Oh, that's hilarious.
Wow. What's wrong with you?
She's fictitious.
Every time.
It ain't it. Time for upset alert.
Before, who goes first?
Oh, no.
Yes.
No.
Yes, the scores. Greg, look at the standings. You and Coach.
Oh, I don't mind the score.
Dominating.
Wow.
Dominating.
17? I know that's coming to an end.
I don't want to call
still.
Coach and I the Puxatawny Phil or anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. And Wildes with just 2.
Even
And if people are confused, the half points, how does Wildes have 2 out and Coach and Greg's have so much? Well, luckily, there are the rules. So, again, it's very clear. If your team covers but doesn't win outright, you get 1 point. That's Wildes done that twice. If they do win outright, you get 3 points. Plus, however much of an underdog they were, that's what you get. So Brew picked a 2.5-point underdog at 1 point, and he got it right. There's his 5.5. Coach last week, 6-point dog, plus the winner. It's 9 points.
That seems like
I still don't understand. I don't understand.
Well, it only
I'm just
seems
looking
like
at the rankings.
Just
but
win, baby.
Exactly
Just
right.
win.
Way to go.
I got no
It only
idea
seems
about
like
the
too
point
much
system.
because you haven't gotten one yet.
I got 2/3 of my picks right.
No, you've gotten 0 right. None of your teams have won.
It's called an alert.
Well, that's why you get the 1 point. It's sympathy point. Go ahead.
Greg, you're up first.
Well, in great fashion.
Great.
Coach, I'm gonna try to keep this rolling. The spread on this game is just a little too much, and I actually believe in this team that I'm gonna talk about because of the week that they had leading up. The Denver Broncos.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Oh yeah. Oh, you did this last time.
You picked
Against
the
the Jets,
Jets
I like
to
this.
win the division.
You did this last time.
Yeah, it's
Relax.
true.
Wow.
That's true.
It's a long season. Look, when you look at the Denver Broncos,
Oh my God.
going into this game, defensively, they're going to be a problem for the Jets. Like this team last week sacked Baker Mayfield 7 times, but look at these numbers. They're not a bad defense.
Something.
And when you have a defender like Patrick Surtain, who takes the field and says, you know what, you better work on the other side because I'm shutting this field down. This is what he does to number 1 receivers.
Wow.
This is what he's done this year.
Erase
And
Garrett Wilson?
Look, last year against Garrett Wilson, can we please show this full screen,
I
please?
don't know if we can.
Yes, we can. This DK Metcalf, this week 1. Yep. See you later, buddy. George Pickens, obviously he has Justin Fields throwing him the ball.
Still.
Pretty good quarterback, but really good receiver. Shut him down. Mike Evans, sorry, Mike, Hall of Fame kind of career. Not last week. And then look at the bottom. Garrett Wilson versus Surtain last year.
Who was his quarterback in that game?
I don't care who is
Really?
quarterback. And when you're a receiver, look, get me the ball. Get me the ball. I'm open.
Zach Wilson.
Well, you know who his quarterback is this week? Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that's right.
And we're going to see what Garrett Wilson does in this game. But 8-point spread, I kind of think that this team is
You know what, Greg?
going to come in
I'm going to
and
bet
shake
the
some
Broncos. You and Coach been so hot. Broncos
You're
money
only
line.
betting them to cover.
Wow.
You're
No,
not
I'm betting
great
money
one.
line. I'm betting Broncos to win. I trust Greg. When upset alert's hot, you got to
11
ride.
This
Yeah,
is a
11
clear
11-pointer.
example of great. What did Aaron Rodgers say this week? We got to learn how to handle success.
Yeah.
Greg, a clear example of not how to
that's what
handle
he said
success.
last time.
You've had
You got it
success,
right.
and now it's gotten to him. He loves being up 17-5.
If I lose, you're not getting
I
that.
don't know. You are just looking at the biggest spread, saying,
The standings, man.
you're
I told you.
addicted now
Yeah.
to the huge point.
Just win, baby.
I
All right,
believe
well,
it.
I got a good one, and
Okay.
I'm Nick's not gonna like it. I bet you agree. The Rams over the Bears, baby.
Oh.
Matthew Stafford against the. Everybody's like, I should have went with that one. I'm shocked that the Bears are favored.
I
I'm
agree.
shocked that the Bears are favored. All right, I think Matthews. Last time he faced Chicago, 300+ yards, 3 touchdowns, I believe. Yeah, 321. I think they're going in there. Sean McVay is going to coach circles around Matt Eberflus. That was, I bet in your mind, Nick, you're like, that was That was one of the things I didn't count for. We didn't know about Eberflus, but he ain't looking great right now. All right, so I think McVay's going to have a huge advantage there. Big win last week. They got momentum coming off beating the Niners. Their season, they're back into it like, we can make something of this. And I think I think they're going to be able to stop the run, which Chicago obviously doesn't have a good run game. So Caleb's going to have to throw it too much and do too much, and I think he's going to have a few mistakes. So I got the Rams in that.
I think that's a great one. I was also surprised by that.
Yeah, I definitely.
Pick that.
All right, it's time now for the Puxatawny Phil of football to make his upset alert. A lot of people say, why do they call you Puxatawny Phil of football? It's because your preferred snack is a little bit of Timothy grass? No. It's because I can predict the future. I am taking the Vikings over the Packers.
Ooh. That's another one that surprised. No.
You like
I'm surprised. Yeah, because we don't even know if Love is playing. I'm surprised they're favored.
Exactly. Jordan Love is questionable. Everybody knows I'm a Vikings guy, and I also coined the phrase, defense wins championships. Brian Flores has got this defense rolling in every category. And who has he done this against? Well, week 1, a top 10 quarterback, Daniel Jones. 186 yards, no touchdowns. Week 2,
on full display.
Brock Purdy. He looked good last night. Brock Purdy had to go up to Brian Flores and said, your scheme is crazy. He was totally rattled. Week 3, CJ. And then finally, Sam Darnold. Are we ready to say Sam Darnold's good?
No.
Eventually we're going to have to, because he's playing well. And I had to finally, should I say this or no?
Yeah.
Aaron Jones going into Lambeau. Former Packer going into Lambeau. We know what that's like.
Yeah, we do.
And I looked up the stats, and I was like,
good for me, Aaron.
I'm going to drop the hammer on this upset alert. And I looked up Greg's stats in his first return to Lambeau.
Hey, don't do it, Wildes. Don't do it, Wildes.
Doesn't always work, but overall, you did score a touchdown against your
no graphic.
But, they were focusing on you.
That's exactly what the stats were. No graphic needed.
Yeah. It wasn't great. Regardless, it was still, there was a lot of emotion there, right?
There was a ton of emotion.
Great
but they
one,
had to
Wildes.
like it.
They did.
What are you supposed to do?
What do you want to do? I'm going
You
to be able
opened
to
other guys
do
up.
Nick's picks without insulting one of our colleagues. I can't believe you just did that. Time now for Nick's picks. Fresh off a winning weekend, we're above 500 on the year after a rough week 1. I took the Eagles as 3-point dogs. They win outright. I took the Bears as 1-point dogs. That didn't work out. And the Chiefs 3-point favorites, never a doubt. Listen, before we reveal my first pick, 5 of the 6 years I've done this on TV, I have a documented winning record and profitable record, even including the big profit. The only way to do that is if you have certain rules you always follow, even if it goes against your team or who you're rooting for, your narratives. So as a for instance, at any point, if you are getting a field goal or more and you feel 100% convicted, the team getting the points has the better coach and the better quarterback. You must take the points.
Oh, no.
First pick.
Oh, no.
Rams plus 3. You just have to do it. I'm sorry, you just have to do it.
There you go.
One day Caleb will be better than Matt Stafford. He's not yet. And Matt Eberflus will never be better than Sean McVay. And I'm getting a full field goal, which means Bears 21, Rams 20, but we get the cover and we get the win. Next! Atlanta minus 2.5. All right, Wildes, what's Derek Carr on?
Well, unfortunately, he's on Pumpkin Watch.
Pumpkin Watch, Derek Carr. In the last 8 years, who is the worst quarterback of 135 qualifiers on the road against the spread? That guy. New Orleans' offensive line is too banged up, and he can't deal with pressure. Atlanta's offensive line banged up too. New Orleans more so. I think Atlanta's actually good. I think the Saints are actually mid. Atlanta 24, New Orleans 17. Next, better team, better coach, better quarterback.
I like this.
Getting points at home. Tampa plus 1.5. Give me a break. Jalen Hurts is a road favorite in his last 6, 1-4-1 against the spread. Again, Baker's better than Jalen.
Wow.
Todd Bowles is better than Sirianni. Tampa Bay is the better team. They're at home. Devontae Smith is not playing. We'll see if A.J. Brown plays. This is the Vegas's bias towards the Eagles showing up. Last week I was on the Eagles. This week, no. So there it is. The Rams +3. Atlanta -2.5. Tampa +1.5.
Another 3-0 week.
Smells like a 3-0 week. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.